Tomi Lahren is an American conservative political commentator and television host. She is best known for hosting Tomi on The Blaze. She was permanently banned from The Blaze for her pro-choice comments. Lahren was fired because she said that women should have access to abortion and accused those who held pro-life positions of being hypocrites. Her saying this did not rest well with other people. I don't agree with her firing because she stated her opinion, which everyone is entitled to his or her opinion, and just because people didn't agree with what she stated, resulting in her losing her job. I don't think that's fair. Punishing someone for stating their opinion on a certain topic is not fair in my opinion.
At the age of 23, Tomi Lahren became the youngest political talk show host in history. A promising career with humble backgrounds, but it came with much controversy. Tomi Lahren was born in Rapid City, South Dakota in 1994. According to a biographical article written by Politicon.com in 2016, Lahren was born and raised in Rapid City, South Dakota. Her parents, both from ranching backgrounds, taught her the value of hard work. Her love of political discussion comes from family table debates centered on the nightly news. Tomi attended the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and then moved to San Diego. Her career started out with the One American News Network and her own show, On Point with Tomi Lahren. She was then hired at The Blaze, which is Glenn Beck's chief network. She was given a show on The Blaze titled Tomi. This show is what started most of the controversy. In a segment of the show, labeled Final Thoughts, Tomi would discuss issues with a lot of voice. She gained fame and was an uprising force in political news. Tomi Lahren continued to gain admiration from the right and anger from the left. Either way, she was noted for her fiery comments and her ability to stop for nothing. She gained national viral attention when she took Beyonce's Super Bowl halftime performance. According to a 2016 article by Jason Wilson on the Guardian website, The Blaze's up-and-coming TV pundit opened with the view that Beyonce was pushing the notion that Black Lives Matter more. Tomi's controversial talk show has hit a lot of other conservative topics and garnered a lot of argument. Things hit a wall when she was banned from The Blaze for calling conservative pro-life supporters hypocrites. The 2017 article, The Blaze suspends Tomi Lahren, that Peter Hassan, in her appearance on The View, Lahren said she is pro-choice and called pro-life conservatives hypocrites, saying, "I can't sit here and be a hypocrite and say I'm for limited government, but I think the government should decide what women do with their bodies." These comments and others that she has said in her past have, for now, halted her journalist career.
Fox News reporter Carly Shimkus says Tomi Lahren was suspended from her show after she revealed her support of abortion rights on ABC's talk show The View on March 17th. "I can't sit here and be a hypocrite and say I'm for limited government, but I think the government should decide what women do with their bodies." A few days after her comment, her talk show Tomi was not to air. Lahren now wants out of her contract and to be able to pursue employment elsewhere. No one told her that her viewpoints were wrong. No one told her she cannot express her opinions on that particular subject. The Blaze had hired her for her honesty among the political group. She says The Blaze hurt her and saddened her because they took away her voice. She also stated that there was nowhere in her contract prohibiting her comments on The View about abortion. Tomi Lahren says, "I have moderate, conservative, and libertarian views. I'm human. I will never apologize to anyone for being an independent thinker," which has gained her many fans and many emails from the people who support her. A Dallas County judge ordered Glenn Beck, executive producer of her show Tomi, and his conservative media company, The Blaze, to produce emails between them and a reporter for the Daily Caller related to the controversial pundit Tomi Lahren. The Blaze also took control of Tomi's Facebook page, which had garnered 4.3 million fans, but the judge's order also prohibited The Blaze from restricting her access to the social media page. Tomi Lahren gave a short interview to the Dallas Morning News on her current standing on where she is without her show. She tells them, "I get through the tough times by speaking to the groups that I have developed such a good relationship with. That be law enforcement, military, the events that I get to do, the people I get to talk to, and beyond that. Being able to get back on that Facebook page and post videos of the news of the day and get back to what I believe is my job. That is what is most important to me. Anytime I can do that and watch the millions of views come in from my kitchen, I am much more content inside. So it's a process, but I'm weathering through the storm just fine. And as long as I can connect with those people on Facebook, I am going to be okay.
The real question is it right that Tomi Lahren was fired for voicing her own opinion about abortion? My group and I believe that it was not justified because of the fact that she was just telling her honest opinion on whether or not she was for or against abortion. Her part in being hired for the talk show The Blaze was specifically to be able to voice what she thought on certain topics. As a female, Lahren is obviously more likely to have the opinion that a woman should be able to do whatever she would like with her own body. Then again, The Blaze is a conservative news and entertainment show. Lahren, being a host on this conservative show, should also have the same beliefs as a conservative. I think that this is what got her into trouble. She decided to broadcast her true beliefs on another show, The View. With everyone seeing her views on the topic, people that watched The Blaze were probably not happy that she did not share the same opinions as a conservative. She was more than likely killing the ratings of the show, which ultimately ended in her being fired. Although Tomi Lahren was a representative for a show with mostly conservative viewership and stated many personal opinions on another show that were not always conservative and were libertarian. Libertarians are the party that believe in limited government in everything, including socially with abortions, gay marriage, military, and everything else. When she then turned against their viewership base by calling them all hypocrites for being pro-life instead of pro-choice, she received a lot of backlash, and for good reason. She completely missed the point of why conservatives are pro-life. Conservatives are not pro-life because of their views about small government, but because they believe that a fetus is not just a bunch of cells and an extension of the mother's body, but is a human life, and as a human life, it has rights and value. They believe government should intervene to protect life and rights. And since they believe the fetus is a life because it is a separate entity from the mother, they believe this is a case that calls for government intervention. So, by saying that they are hypocrites because they are pro-life, yet at the same time they also want small government, she lost a lot of her credibility and respect by missing the mark about conservative opinion. Although her opinions that she stated on The View were not conservative at all but libertarian, she still should not have been fired. She also did not need to apologize for her comments. I think she needed to recognize that she is actually a Republican, but she is not actually a Republican, but a libertarian, and should be upfront with her real political bias as a libertarian and not a Republican. But there are many people out there who agree more with libertarians and vote Republican because they agree more with their government policies than Democrats. And as long as she was upfront about not really having Republican ideology. So the solution to solve the issue would be either rehire her and let her rant about conservative/libertarian topics, but with her views simply recognizing she is not really Republican but libertarian, or let her have a new show for libertarians rather than Republicans. There are plenty of crossover between the ideologies and should not have had a problem retaining a large portion of her viewership despite her Republican contradictory comments on another show. But it did need to be recognized that her personal opinions are in fact not Republican, because her claiming to have Republican beliefs but then showing that she has contradictory beliefs is also hypocritical.
Tomi Lahren was a strong speaker that was fired for her voicing her opinion. Is this really a just firing? Being American citizens, we have the ability of freedom of speech, so one should never be fired or hired for their opinion. If the opinion in fact does not hurt the other person, there should be no consequences for stating an opinion to the country. Our group believe that Tomi Lahren should not have been fired for stating opinions on abortion and that she should still continue her journalism career.